Welcome to the Driving the World podcast series. I'm your host, Cully Holland. Today we have Keith Vierra on, and he is an industry account specialist for environmental sales, and we'll be talking about water and wastewater treatment. Hey, Keith, how you doing today?
Hey, Coley. Thanks for having me.
It's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. So today we're going to be talking about water and wastewater treatment. So I'm sure not many people think of it. I have a general idea of where it goes, but it's kind of your field. So why don't you tell us, where is it? What is it? And why do we care?
It's I tell you, Cully, it's one of those industries that it's kind of a forgotten industry, really. All the other industries that out there, food and beverage and automotive and pulp and paper and mining, everybody knows about those. But water, wastewater, you only know about it when you're flushing your toilet or opening the tap, right? You rely on those, right?
Yeah, never even think about them.
Yeah, so it's a great industry, and I will tell you that it's very specialized, and there are some very detailed people in this industry. And it's awesome. I love it. I spent my whole career in this industry, so it's great to be here.
Very cool. So, okay, you're saying flushing toilets and opening the tap. I immediately think of municipals, and those are in about every county in the United States. But I can't imagine that's the only place that water and wastewater actually take place.
Yeah, it's surprising that people typically think if they're thinking about water, wastewater, they're just thinking about a municipal water, treatment or wastewater treatment for that. But they're in every single industry, everybody needs some post-treatment, pre-treatment for every industry that's out there because that water needs to be treated before it moves on down the line. So yes, it's in every industry.
So like every industry is kind of broad. Like give me an example or two like that some people might be a little surprised to hear, wow, water and wastewater are there?
Yeah. So pulp and paper has water, wastewater, food and beverage, critical. The all the poultry facilities, they all have their own processes and treatments. The automobile industry actually has treatment processes all along the way. Every one of these, you'll need to treat water somehow. So it's just kind of the little brother, right? It's just out there that nobody really thinks about.
So, I mean, now that you mention it, every single one of those industries, food and bev, automotive, I can start thinking about it and saying, all right, they need to get water in, get it to a certain level, kind of make it clean to their needs or desires. Then afterwards, it's probably not going to be clean water anymore. And I can imagine the city doesn't want to take care of all their water, so they might as well go ahead and treat it themselves.
Yeah, so that's post-treatment. So before it ever gets to any type of, because there's high levels of their process, their chemicals in those waters that have to be post-treated before it ever goes to a receiving stream or receiving water or sewer or whatever it is, before it ever gets to the actual wastewater plant for the municipal treatment, right? So a lot of that happens. Or if there's whatever solids they might be in there, those solids have to come out and taken out and put to a landfill or land apply or whatever those need to be, they need to be taken out first.
So it sounds like whatever I thought was there, immediately there's already double because they're treating it before it gets treated. So it really is, like you said, everywhere.
Yeah, and so that's actually a big concept too. The toilet to tap is a big one, right? So everybody thinks that the water, if it comes straight from municipal plant and then getting treated to a drinking water status, but I will tell you a lot of this water quality that leaves these wastewater plants is so much higher quality than ever pulling in from a stream. So it's a big deal. There's bringing awareness to that to the standard common person that really doesn't know. It's fun. It's exciting.
Trying to make it a little less forgotten.
Yes, a little less forgotten.
So since it's everywhere and it seems like a lot of our customers play in these fields that we just talked about, how is SEW involved and what can we do to support this industry?
Yeah, so EURODRIVE for years has been in every single industry, right? We're actually technically in all the water wastewater treatment plants, but never really a focus on it, right? We've always been on the coattails of a lot of OEM manufacturers that go into the water wastewater market, right? On the equipment that they provide, the processes that are there, they're all going in there, but we're just going to take it to another level and get out there and help these customers understand who SEW is, what we offer. So it helps them understand that they have a resource to come back to us as 5 assembly centers throughout the United States to really be a resource for when they're down, when they need help, and then help all of our OEMs, the contractors, the engineering firms, everything that's in that environment.
So it sounds like we've been playing in the game for a while. We're just trying to become a star. And glad you're here. It sounds like you're going to take us to the next level. Love hearing that. What are some of our products or applications that we might see if some of our customers are out? They have now learned about water, wastewater. They're going to keep an eye out for it. What should they look for in some of these facilities, and where do we fit into those?
Yeah, so I tell you, a gearbox and a gear motor, electronics, these are all throughout the plant. But kind of some things that you might recognize in these big Archimedes screws. These are the big giant screws that come up. It's lifting water from a low level to a high level. That's one of them. Agitator mixers. These things are big, massive mixers that take a lot. Typically, industrial gearing is driving these big things because it takes a lot of torque. Clarifier drives, these are these big round circles. So if you look on a Google map, if you look for wastewater, you're looking for circles, right? So in water plants, most of the clarifiers that are out there, they're rectangular. They've got sludge collectors, so you've got to drive on top of those. I'll tell you, every conveyor, auger, everything that's out there has some type of drive on it. So our screw conveyor drives, we make them in Texas. We make them in my home facility in Dallas, right? Clarifier drives, they're spring-loaded. They're elegantly simple, super easy to use, and they go on every clarifier that's out there.
I mean, wow. I kind of want to start selling the water and wastewater right now.
Come on, Cole, there's plenty of room.
You got me going. And it sounds like SEW definitely has a place, and it's definitely something where we are doing a lot for our customers with, like you mentioned, our industrial gearing. We have our VFD controls and inverter technology, and even our 7 and 9 series. So pretty much our entire portfolio fits right into...
The entire portfolio can do it. So every gear motor that's out there, it needs some type of speed control. So we can tie into a lot of our electronics into that. It's a great fit, right? It's a great fit. It's easy for the customer. It's easy for the engineering firms, contractors to put it all together. It's fantastic for our OEMs. It's really just a good fit for everybody there.
Wonderful. Well, I think we have definitely shown a light on water and wastewater treatment today. Is there anything you'd like to add, or have we just about touched it all?
Yeah, no, I'm actually really excited to get into this, right? It's kind of near and dear. A lot of people think water, wastewater, they kind of get grossed out, but it's actually a great industry, great people in this industry. I'm looking forward to taking this to another level.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Yeah. Thanks, Scully. Thanks for having me.